I don't like to talk about what could have happened, but it's naturally clear if you invite players like Hamza Barry or Omar Colley or Modou Barrow, that you invite them because you want them here. You want them to play for the country. You want them because they are strong players to assist and to help us to give the people of the Gambia a good result. When these players by themselves decide that they are not ready to come for the national team, it's at that moment a short setback when we got that information. But we as staff, we immediately invited other players, and we don't look back. We look to what we have. And I think the players who we invited as replacements proved the last days that they are ready for the task. And we will never be able to say if it would be different with these guys. It's my first match. I didn't work with the other guys. I can only say that I'm very confident and very happy with the team I have available right now.
Yes, Coach, I'm Salih Dalla from Capital. Coach, this is your first match with the team, and you're meeting with one of the top teams in Africa. What should be your approach ahead of the game?
Yeah, good answer. Good question. It's so that the Gambia didn't win a game for the last 5 years in competitive football. Last game was 7 September 2013 against Tanzania, 2-0. After that, some friendlies, but no competitive match. Also, Algeria had some problems the last months. On the other side, they are still 66 in the world. We are 172. We are the underdog. I think I don't have to talk in a fantasy world or in a fairy tale world. I don't have to say that we're going to play tiki-taka. I don't have to say that we're going to play Barcelona style. We can do that, and we can do a suicide. I think we have to be playing realistic football with our qualities compared to the qualities of the opponent. And they are strong, the opponent's qualities, but we have also qualities. And we as technical team, we invited players who we think are suitable to use the weaknesses, the possible weaknesses of the opponent. Which formation and which approach, I would like to keep that for myself and within the team till a few hours before the game, because we don't want to make our opponent wiser. But it's clear that we play at home, that if we would win, it would be fantastic, and that as a sportsman, we want to win every match. But we have to be also realistic that a win is a very difficult job. Everything is possible. I think we are ready for it. You need a little bit luck. And after the game, we will see if the draw was the maximum or if we had the right to win. But let's be clear, Algeria is the favorite. They have the stress. They have all the pressure. We are the underdog. And let's hope that we as underdog can surprise them with the support of all the fans, with the support of everyone around us. I believe in my players, but tomorrow we have to prove it on the pitch.
Coach, unlike Gambia, Algeria has several appearances at the African Cup of Nations. What do you actually know about this team?
Yeah, in 2014 I was for the Belgium national television analyst during the World Cup for the African countries, and Algeria was one of them. And also for the writing media, I had to give some prognosis in the World Cup, and I said that time Algeria going to qualify for the second round, and everyone said I was crazy. For me, Algeria, it's not now a good team. Algeria has many generations, a top team, was in 1982 already on the World Cup, could qualify that time already for the second round with a little bit of luck. It's a football country. It's a big football country in Africa. They have some advantages compared to us. They have a top professional league with a lot of money where even foreign professionals go and play. They have clubs playing on high level in the local league, in African Cup football, in Arab Cup football. And they have a lot of players who play in Europe, I think more than 40, 50. Many of them even grown in Europe, developed in Europe. So they have some advantages compared to us. It's a much bigger country, much bigger football history. Their style of playing is all over the years similar. They are a good football, technical, skillful team. They are physically strong. They are intelligent and tactical strong. And they have not one, but they have many players who have the abilities to make a difference on the pitch. We know the names of Mahrez, and I think tomorrow most of the Gambians will look at him. But a player like Brahimi, a player like Feghouli, A player like Slimani, Bunuja, Sudani, there are so many quality players in that team that for us, we cannot say, hey, focus on this player or that player. We as a team, all of us have to be 100% focused. And if we make a mistake, it can be punished by them. So it will be a tough game, a team full of big players, but that's also a motivation. For me as a coach, I think, and for every player on the pitch, it's also a motivation to measure yourself with these guys. And it's not always the biggest names who win the game. It's also something about motivation, spirit, fighting spirit, that counts. And hopefully we can be on the right end tomorrow.
In terms of update, in terms of team selection, are all the players fit for the game?
Yes, the players. We have 20 players in the hotel, and we had 3 players in the 3 players extra in the training squad. I have to say that everyone is fit. We had only a few concerns about match fitness. Our problem is that some players are in leagues under contract where the league didn't start yet. I think about Nigeria. I think about Qatar. These competitions didn't start yet, so these players had not much chance. We had also the bad luck that some players were in a club but made on the last moment a move to another club. But everyone is physically fit to play. I can choose out of 23 players tomorrow. And yeah, we will see who will be on the first 11.
Coach, what's been the spirit in your camp right now? You've been spending a couple of days with your team and seeing some of them for the very first time. What is the feeling like?
From day one, I was impressed with the spirit. First of all, I have to say that it's a pleasure for me to work with a very disciplined group. We had since Tuesday, since we are in camp, not one conflict, not one problem. Players are very motivated, very disciplined to respect their country, respect the national team and the federation. They listen well to the coaches, but also behave as professionals in the hotel and around. But more than that, it's not the group of schoolboys who only are disciplined. It looks that they are also a group of friends who are ready to fight for the country. During training and even in the meetings and the meals, you see a group having a good relationship, making fun together. They are happy to be together. They are happy to be there. They are proud and honored to be selected. And at this moment of time, I think the mental strength of us is very high. Like it looks now, everyone is confident, everyone is happy to be there, and everyone is willing to go and fight for the team.
Now, the question of the right fullback, do you have any solution for that? You were saying that you are trying to look at some options. Do you have any solution?
Yeah, I think the last games before my arrival, the players who are here were already playing. I think in the last games, Simon Richter and also Dauda Ngam were the options for the right back. I know that many people still talk about Keba Cisse, but I spoke with him, like I said, about 5 weeks ago, and Keba told me very clear from national team is a closed door. I want to focus on my club Dalkurd. I don't come back. I can't change his mind, so I have to focus on the players we have. And we have players who play in Denmark, maybe not in the Premier League, but they play regular. Both players look fit. One of these two normally start. And we have even a local-based player who is not really a regular right back, but who could fulfill that job, and that's Njin Njai, who has the ability to play that role. So I think as technical team to have 2, maybe 3 options for that position, we can't complain. We know naturally that both left and right backs will have tomorrow a very difficult task because the Algerians, they like to play over the wings. They have wing players on both sides. Ghezal, Sudani, maybe Brahimi, and for sure Mahrez, who like to make actions outside, inside. So our wingers will have wing backs, and wingers will have the most difficult task tomorrow. And tomorrow we will see if they are ready for the task. But on training level, fitness level, and motivational level, I have at this moment of time no doubt about the readiness of these players.
Coach, you name a few players who we all know are really very much using the flanks and to really be part of any team that they play. Kaguri, Mahrez, all very much effective. In your game plan tomorrow, of course, premature to suggest, how do you want to plan, about plan stopping these offensive players?
Yeah, it will be, I think I mentioned it already very short. the game will be a tactical, strong game. I think both coaches want to win their first game. And it will be maybe not always the most enjoyable game for the fans, but it will be a tactical game where both teams are looking for a mistake from the other team. And if we can play without making mistakes, I see that we can win. It all depends on a small thing, a little bit luck, wrong timing, wrong decision. But on this level, it's not what you do good what decide the game, it's what you do wrong. And there won't be many mistakes, but that one or two mistakes that someone make will be killed by these players. You mentioned the names, I mentioned the names. These are top players who play on top level week in, week out. And they can utilize these mistakes. So for us it's very important to play smart, intelligent, without mistakes, to play not naive. We are not here to get the award of the best playing team. We are here to get, hopefully, the award of winning 1 or 3 points. Even if we have 1 point and in the other match there comes a draw, then we are only 3 points behind the number 1 in the group and everything is possible. Sure, we play at home and would like to win. But we have to play realistic, not naive, concentrated, well-organized football, and have to try to force Algeria to make mistakes. Also they, even if they are big players, have their weaknesses, have their small problems, and if we can utilize one of them, and we have the luck to score out of these chances, we can even win the game. So it will be a game where patience will be very important, and the concentration of the players must be very high. First of all, I know the Gambian fans, and the Gambian fans is one of the reasons I came here. I was in 2010 here as coach of Namibia, and I was that time so impressed about the atmosphere. There were about 25,000 people in the stadium celebrating football and even respecting the opponent and applauding. I want and I hope tomorrow that it's full crowd, and I expect that also, and I hope that the people stay for 90 minutes and extra time behind our team, because we are all Gambians. We are all here to do the best for the country. We all will die for a good result. We will all do everything for that, and we need to support, because if we have the fans behind us, we maybe can impress even these big stars a little bit. And my experience in the past was, for instance, that with Ethiopia, when we played a big star team of Nigeria, we got a fantastic result, but we already got that result before the game because the fans were singing the national anthem very loud by the start of by the anthem. And I would like tomorrow to hear 30,000 people singing our anthem, because that would be first knockout moment for the Algerians, and then we have to finish it on the pitch together with the fans and the 11 players on the pitch. So celebrate football, support the team, and know that we are trying to play the game so that we can celebrate after the game with a victory more than during the game.
Right, thank you. Good luck, coach.
Okay.